Hey everyone! Today I'm going to show you a really cool emerging technology that is emerging in the Chromebook world. So if you have Chromebooks in your classroom, you might be familiar with the term add-ons or extensions. Today we're going to use an add-on for Google Sheets as well as an extension for your Google Chrome web browser. And we are going to attach rubrics to all of our students' work in Google Classroom and kind of mesh them together. So I don't know about you, but I have to use rubrics to grade my students' writing pieces. So that's what my example is going to be with today. Basically, we use Lucy Calkins, and this is one of the rubrics that we use. Basically, the students see this rubric throughout the units. They self-reflect, they self-check their work, and then this is what we grade them with at the end of the unit, so they know what to expect. The first thing to do is to create a rubric in a spreadsheet, so in a Google Sheet. So I already did that. I basically took my Lucy Calkins rubric of not yet, starting to, and yes, and all the criteria, and I've put it into a Google Sheet. In order for this to work correctly, you need, first off, this box needs to be blank. Across the top is going to be your criteria that you're grading on. So for me, it was not yet, starting to, and yes, they are doing that skill. For you, it might be a 4, 3, 2, or 1. On the side, you're going to put what you are grading on. So for me, it was the Lucy Calkins language. I literally copied and pasted, but you can have any other criteria that you're grading on. Also, I chose to leave these middle squares blank, and you can do whatever you want. You could put, the student is not yet writing an opinion piece, the student is starting to write an opinion piece, or yes, the student wrote an opinion piece. You can choose to write all that language in there. I am taking the lazy way out and not writing the language in there because it's over here on the side. So the next thing you need to do is install what is called an add-on. There are many add-ons that you can add on to your Google Docs, Google Slides, Google Sheets. This add-on that you need to add is called Docupus. I've already added it, so it's not going to let me go through the process of adding it again. But when you add it, you're going to go to Add-ons and Get Add-ons. Here, you're going to search Docupus. I search Doc for short, and it comes right up at the top. And you're going to install it. It's free, completely free. Okay, so after you have that installed, you may have to refresh your page. I'm not sure. It's always, you could refresh it. I'll do the same thing. So then you're going to go to Add-ons and Docupus. That's where we're going to go next. Before we do that, I want to get you set up for what's coming next, and that is called Goobric. This is going to actually be the app or the extension for your Google browser that is going to actually stamp a rubric onto each of your students' docs from your classroom. Okay, hang in there. I know it's very wordy, but you'll see. So the next thing we need to do is we need to get this little icon. This is our Goobric guy, and we need to get him into our bar up here. So in order to do that, you're going to go to these 3 circles. You're going to click More Tools, and you're going to go to Extensions. I already have it enabled, but for you, you're going to scroll all the way down and click Get More Extensions. You're going to search Goobric, and it'll pop right up. You want the Goobric Web App Launcher. That's the one that you want to install for this video. Okay, after you have it installed, you're good to go for the rest. So now starts the process. I'm going to show you exactly how to get rubrics stamped on all of your kiddos' writing pieces. So go back to your Google Sheets. You're going to start a blank document. I'm going to call it Opinion Writing Spreadsheet. And basically what this spreadsheet is going to do after you do add-ons, Docupus, launch it, basically what's going to show up on this spreadsheet is it's going to import all that data from Google Classroom. So it's going to have your kiddos' names all in order. It's going to have your kiddos' email addresses, all of the links to all of their documents. And most importantly, it's going to have your grades, your comments, and anything that you do with Gubrick on it. So hang in there. You're going to select, after you launch DocuPus, you're going to select ingest a Google Classroom assignment. The little thingy will spin for a little bit, and then you're going to click the class that you have that assignment in. Then it'll come up with select an assignment. So I'm going to go to opinion piece. Sorry, this will take just a couple minutes because it's going to get all of that information from all of your kiddos. So it'll just take a second. Okay, once that is done, it's going to say what it found. So for me, it found 4 turned in files and 4 not yet turned in. And I don't know about you, but sometimes, clicking back to my Google Classroom, sometimes my kiddos forget to submit. They might be done, but they actually forget to submit. So I'm going to leave this one that says only ingest files that are turned in. I'm going to leave that unchecked because I want it to ingest everything from that assignment, whether it's turned in or not turned in. So again, we're going to pause and wait for this to load. It'll take just a couple minutes. And when it is done, you will see all of your information imported from your Google Classroom into this Google Sheet, which is really cool. Alrighty, so now that it's done loading, you can see that you have all of your kiddos' names, their email addresses, all of their links to every single doc that is under that assignment. It's really nice just to have it all in one place. The part that we're going to change by attaching a Gubrick is this grade part. So our rubric criteria will actually be imported into here after we create a Gubrick. So next you're going to click Attach Gubrick. And mine is going to be right here under Recent because I've used this rubric before. But for you, you're going to click under My Drive and you're going to select the spreadsheet from the one that you just created with your rubric on it. For me, I'm going to uncheck Send Email Notifications to Students because it is the summertime and my kiddos do not want to be getting emails. So I unchecked that, but I'm going to leave everything else checked and I'm going to click Attach Rubric. Now, this is going to take a little bit. What you're going to see is you are going to see it tagging all of your students' files with this rubric, and I'll show you what that looks like in just a couple minutes after this loads. Alrighty, we are back, and the first thing you're going to see is if you scroll over, instead of just grade, it's going to actually have all of your rubric headings up here. So everything that was on the side of my rubric over here for what I'm actually grading my kiddos on, it's going to be imported directly into this spreadsheet and here will be their grade. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually open one of my kiddos' documents so you can see how this works. I can either click here and open it this way, or I can actually go to my kiddos' documents here and open it this way. All right. So now that I am in my first student's opinion piece, you'll see your little Gubrick guy up here is clickable. So you're going to click him and it's going to do some magic and open up Gubrick on top of your student's work. So this is where it gets really cool. Up here are going to be tabs. And this is where you can grade. So overall, he told readers his opinion. Yes, I'm going to click it. His lead, I think Madden is the best game ever because it's just like football. You know, he stated his opinion. Yes. So I'm going to go through and grade my students' work. By clicking on the tabs, I'll just kind of give him a score here. Organization, yes. Okay, so after he's all graded, I'm just going to keep clicking tabs, grading his work. And this is if you wrote things under each right here. If you wrote things under each section here, this is where they would show up that you're clicking on. Okay, so now that his work is graded, what's really cool is I can leave him a comment. So I can say, you did a very nice job telling your opinion about Madden. Great work. And what's really cool about Gubrick is if I didn't feel like typing all this, I can actually add an audio comment directly into this student's work. So watch how cool this is. Dominic, you did a really nice job on your opinion piece. I want to go play Madden 16 now. Way to go. I hit the stop button and now it's converting it to an MP3. So I can trash it and record it again. I can listen to it, or I can just attach it. It'll say uploading it to Google Drive so that it's able to be shared. Okay, so I have my email unchecked because I do not want to email him in the summer. I am leaving everything else selected as Gubrick selects it. And when I'm ready to officially grade his piece, I'm going to hit submit. And it'll take a couple seconds, but it's going to stamp this rubric. Watch how cool this is. I'm going to adjust this a little bit so you can see. It's going to stamp that rubric right at the bottom of his work. And I can space it down if I need to, like, so I'm going to put it on a separate page for him. So it shows where he scored at, shows what's selected. And then at the bottom, here's my comments. Here's the one I typed. What's even neater is here is the one that I recorded for him. Dominic, you did a really nice job on your opinion piece. I want to go play Madden 16 now. Way to go. How cool is that? This is just so cool. I can't even wait to stamp rubrics in the bottom of all of their work. They don't need to be as lengthy as this. This one takes up way too much room in my opinion. But just as like I must have missed one or missed a couple. But just as to show you like how cool is this? I mean, this is going to revolutionize the way that teachers grade things on Google Classroom. You know, it used to be, you can go here, you can add in a point value, but now you can have a whole rubric stamped right into there and they can see that. I mean, that is just really cool. And Gubrick allows you to hit next and it'll literally go to the next kid automatically. So grade, you hit submit, you hit next, grade, submit, next. It's just, I am so excited to use this next year. I just learned about it now while researching for this project for school, and it's going to be so cool to use this next year. So this is my emerging technology that I chose to showcase. And again, it's Docupus and Gubrick.